Night fell on the space station. Most areas grew quiet, but the medical bay remained busy. Taz sat beside Kor's bed, taking a short break. He had been working for 12 hours straight. "You should rest, human doctor," Kor said. The warrior chief looked better now. His green color had returned, and his antennas moved with more energy. "I will soon," Ta promised. "How is your arm feeling?" Kor moved it carefully in the cast. "It heals well. Your simple methods work better than I expected." Ta smiled tiredly. Sometimes the old ways are good ways. Around them, the medical bay had changed. Alien doctors worked alongside Gina and the other humans who had come to help. They had learned to use bandages and stitches. They had seen how hands-on care could work when technology failed. "Tell me about Earth medicine," Kor said suddenly. "How did your people learn these skills?" Tai was surprised by the question. Most aliens showed no interest in human history. "We learned through thousands of years of trial and error," Tai explained. "Our ancestors used plants and simple tools at first. Each generation learned more and taught the next. Like battle skills." Kor nodded. "Passed from warrior to warrior." "Yes, something like that," Tai agreed. "Doctors are like peaceful warriors. We fight against death and sickness instead of enemies." Kor seemed to like this idea. "And your cutting techniques?" "Surgery began long ago," Ta said. "It was dangerous at first. Many died, but we improved with time. We learned to clean wounds, to stop pain, to fix what was broken inside without causing more harm." As they talked, Gina brought them drinks. Mech joined them, sitting carefully on a nearby chair. "The Korath have a saying," Mech said. "Knowledge hidden is knowledge lost." Yet we have hidden our biology from others for too long. Kor's antennas flattened. "We had reasons, Healer Mech." "I know," Mech said gently. "But look what happened. When we were injured, no one could help us except these humans who were not afraid to try new ways." Tai was curious now. Why have the Korath kept their biology secret? Kor and Mech exchanged looks. After a moment, Kor spoke. "Our bodies have special properties. Our blood crystals can heal quickly. Our tissue can regrow. In the past, other species hunted us for these secrets. They wanted to use our healing abilities for themselves," Mech added. "They took Korath prisoners and did tests on them." Tai felt sick at the thought. "That's terrible. No wonder you don't trust other species. Yet you helped us without knowing our secrets," Kor said. "You did not ask what you could gain from us." "That's not why doctors help," Ta said simply. "We help because it's right." Just then, Director Min returned to the medical bay. The director looked at the busy room with new interest. "I have been speaking with the Galactic Council," Director Min announced. "They are surprised by what has happened here. Humans and Korath working together is unexpected." "Good surprises are rare in politics," Kor said with a rumbling laugh. "The council wishes to learn more about human medicine." Director Min continued. "They see now that different approaches can be valuable." Ta nodded. "We're learning from the other doctors too. Their technology is amazing when used correctly." Director Min moved closer to Kor's bed, still keeping a safe distance. "Chief Kor, your ship is being repaired, but it will take time. The council offers housing for your warriors until then." "We accept," Kor said. Then he added, "But I wish Dr. Kim to continue overseeing our care." Director Min looked surprised. "You trust the human doctor?" "He has earned it," Kor said firmly. "More than most have earned from the Korath." As they spoke, a young Korath warrior who had been badly injured sat up for the first time. He looked around in wonder, touching the bandages on his chest. "I thought I would die," he said softly. "Not today," Jinna told him with a smile. "Not while we're here." Across the room, human and alien doctors worked together, sharing knowledge that had been separate for too long. Old fears were breaking down. New trust was growing. and Director Min was already planning how to tell the Galactic Council about this unexpected turn of events. 6 months had passed since the Korath ship crash. The space station had changed in many ways. The medical center was now 3 times larger, with doctors from 20 different species working together. Ta walked through the busy halls, nodding to aliens who greeted him warmly. No one moved away from him now. Instead, many came from far away, just to meet the human doctor who had changed galactic medicine. Dr. Kim called a familiar voice. Ta turned to see Gina hurrying toward him. She now wore the uniform of the new Galactic Medical Exchange Program, with both Earth's symbol and the Galactic Union emblem side by side. "The new equipment from Earth just arrived," she said excitedly. "Simple surgical tools made from special metals that work with all the alien healing technology." "Perfect timing," Tai replied. "We can use them in tomorrow's training session." They entered the main medical center, which looked very different now. Traditional beds sat next to high-tech floating platforms. Cabinets held both Earth medicines and alien healing crystals. Doctors from many worlds worked side by side, learning from each other. Mech was teaching a group of young doctors how to find Korath blood vessels. Nearby, a blue Nodari showed humans how to use gentle healing fields for delicate work. "I still can't believe how much has changed," Gina said as they watched. "For the better," Tai agreed. Director Min approached them, holding a datapad. "Dr. Kim, I have news from the Galactic Council. 10 more worlds have joined the medical exchange program. Even the Viridians have requested human doctors." "The Viridians?" Tai was surprised. "I thought they never allowed outsiders on their planets." "Things are changing fast," Director Min said. "Your visit to the Korath healing grounds opened many doors." Tai remembered that journey well. The sacred caves of the Korath homeworld had been amazing. Huge crystal formations that glowed with inner light. The Korath elders had welcomed the human medical team with respect, not fear. While they talked, the station's main doors opened. Kor entered, no longer wearing warrior armor, but the formal robes of a Korath ambassador. Behind him walked several young Korath. "Dr. Kim," Kor called out, his voice still deep but now friendly. "I brought the first group of Korath medical students. They are eager to learn human techniques. And we're eager to learn from them," Ta said, shaking Kor's hand, a human gesture the Korath leader had come to appreciate. The new Korath students looked around with wide eyes. They had grown up hearing that other species were enemies. Now they were here to learn and share knowledge. Just then, an emergency alert sounded. Not the loud alarm of a crisis, but a soft tone that meant an important new patient had arrived. "Dr. Kim to the Special Care Unit," the computer announced. "Priority visitor has docked." Ta looked at Director Min with a question in his eyes. "It's them," Director Min said quietly. They'd finally arrived. Tai and Kor walked quickly to the Special Care Unit. Outside the doors, guards from 3 different species stood at attention. "Are you ready for this?" Kor asked. "I hope so," Tai answered honestly. They entered the room together. Inside, floating in a special tank, was a being unlike any Tai had seen before. It glowed with soft light, its body translucent and flowing like water. Smaller beings of the same type hovered nearby, watching carefully. "The ancients," Kor whispered with awe. "They haven't made contact with the Galactic Union in over 500 years. The translator clicked on. A gentle voice filled the room. "We are the Elun," the glowing being said. "We have watched from afar. We have seen how humans heal with hands and heart, when others rely only on machines. We have seen how you help those feared by all. Now, we too seek your aid." Ta stepped forward. "We will help however we can." "Our kind is dying," the Elun explained. "Our healing arts have failed us, but we have hope that human medicine, with its different path, might succeed where all else has failed." Ta looked at the strange, beautiful being, then at Kor, and finally at the group of doctors, human and alien, who had gathered at the door. "We'll find a way," Ta promised. "Together." As the human doctor began to work with his team of many species, he realized that medicine had become more than just healing bodies. It had become a bridge between worlds, connecting beings who once feared each other. And all because, when faced with the scariest aliens in the galaxy, human doctors had done what they always did. They had helped. The end. 3 days had passed since the Korath ship crashed. Most of the warriors were healing well, but 4 remained in serious condition. Their wounds were deep, and their bodies were fighting to heal. Ta stood with Gina and Mech, looking at test results. They had been working to find better ways to help the injured Korath. Their healing has slowed, Mech said with worry. The worst injured may not recover fully. Ta frowned. There must be something we're missing. What helps Korath heal faster on your world? Crystal caves, Mech explained. Our homeworld has special caves with minerals that feed our blood crystals. We take badly injured warriors there to heal. We don't have those caves here, Gina said. But maybe we could make something similar. The Nodari doctor joined them, all 4 arms holding different medical tools. I have been studying the blood samples. The crystals respond to certain types of light and minerals. This gave Tai an idea. What if we combine approaches? Use human surgical techniques with alien technology, but adjust it for Korath biology. They gathered the medical team, humans, Korath, and other aliens. Each shared what they knew. The Nodari understood light therapy. The small green doctor knew about minerals. Gina had learned about Korath blood. Ta knew how to bring it all together. We need to build a new treatment, Ta said. Something that hasn't been tried before. They worked through the night. Some built a special bed that would hold the right minerals. Others programmed the light devices to match what the Korath needed. Ta prepared special bandages that would let the treatment reach deep wounds. As morning came, they were ready to test their creation. They chose the most injured warrior, who had not improved despite their best care. This is Grak, Kor said, standing beside the young warrior's bed. He saved many others when the ship's wall broke. He deserves to live. We'll do everything we can, Ta promised. They moved Grak onto the new treatment bed. The lights glowed with a soft purple color that made the minerals shine. The team watched anxiously as the machines hummed. Now we wait, Mech said quietly. While they waited, Gina was checking the other warriors. She noticed something strange about their blood samples. Dr. Kim, she called. Come look at this. Under the microscope, Gina showed Ta how the Korath blood crystals reacted to a drop of human blood. They grow stronger, Ta said with surprise. Something in our blood helps them. Mech looked at the sample. It's your iron content. Korath blood has a different metal. When they mix, it creates a reaction that speeds healing. Could a blood plasma transfer help? Gina asked. It might, Mech said. But is it safe? Ta ran tests quickly. Yes, it should be safe. Our blood plasma won't cause rejection in Korath bodies. Kor had been listening. If human blood can help my warriors, I will be the first to try it. No need to risk the chief, Gina said with a smile. We can use stored plasma from our medical supplies. They prepared the plasma treatment and added it to Grak's care. Hours passed. The medical team took turns watching, all other work forgotten. Then, near midnight, Grak's vital signs began to improve. The monitors showed his blood crystals growing stronger. His tissue was knitting together faster. It's working, Mech whispered, almost afraid to believe it. By morning, the change was clear. Grak's worst wounds were healing visibly. His color had improved, and his breathing was stronger. When Grak opened his eyes, the whole medical bay erupted in cheers. Humans, Korath, and other aliens celebrated together. Director Min arrived to find the unusual celebration. What has happened? We did it, Ta said, tired but happy. We created a new treatment that combines human plasma with adjusted alien technology. And it works? Director Min asked. Kor stepped forward. It more than works. It heals better than anything we have on our home world. News of their success spread quickly through the station. Doctors from all parts of the Galactic Union sent messages asking about the new treatment. Many wanted to learn more about human medicine now. "I think we've started something important," Ta told Gina as they watched aliens and humans working side by side. "Something that might change medicine throughout the galaxy," she agreed. And they were right. Though they didn't know it yet, their innovation was just the beginning. Gina returned with a tray of surgical tools. The metal instruments gleamed under the bright lights. Mech, the Korath healer, looked at them with wide eyes. "These are your healing tools?" Mech asked, picking up a scalpel carefully with his smaller hands. "So simple, yet sharp." "Sometimes simple is better," Ta said as he prepared to work on Kor. "Can you tell me about Korath bodies? How are you different inside?" Mech hesitated, looking at Kor. The warrior chief nodded slowly. "We have 3-chambered hearts," Mech explained. "Our blood carries small crystals that help our shells grow. Our tissue can heal fast in the right conditions." "And why does galactic medicine hurt you?" Gina asked as she set up an IV stand. "The healing beams break down our blood crystals," Mech said. "It causes great pain and makes wounds worse." Ta nodded. This explained why the standard treatments failed. "We won't use any of that. Just our hands, our tools, and whatever medicines you say are safe." Kor watched them prepare. His fierce eyes followed every movement. "Tell me what you will do, human doctor," he said. "I wish to understand." Tai explained each step while Gina and Mech prepared the other warriors. "First, I clean the wound. Then I will repair the tissue inside. Finally, I will make a special cast to hold your arm straight while it heals." "No healing beams?" Kor asked. "No beams," Ta promised. "Your body will heal itself, with just a little help from us." More aliens had gathered at the windows. Some pressed their faces against the glass to see better. They had never seen surgery like this before. As Ta began to work, his hands moved with sure, practiced motions. He found that Korath tissue was tough, but could be repaired with strong sutures. The green blood moved sluggishly, making it easier to see what he was doing. "Your skill is surprising," Kor said, watching Ta work on his arm. "You have done this many times." "Hundreds of times," Tay replied. "On humans, not Korath. But bodies are bodies. They want to heal if you help them the right way." Mech worked alongside Gina, showing her which medicines from their ship would help the warriors. Together, they created a pain reliever that was safe for Korath. "This is not so different from how we treat our wounded on our home world," Mech admitted. "We too use our hands and simple tools. It is on our ships that we have more technology." Time passed. Tai finished with Kor's arm and moved to the next warrior. The watching crowd grew. Now even some of the alien doctors who had left earlier returned to observe. "Why do they watch us like this?" Gina asked as she helped a younger Korath warrior drink water. "They have never seen medicine like yours," Mech explained. "They think cutting is barbaric, but now they see how it can help when their ways fail." Kor sat up on his bed, testing his newly repaired arm. The cast Tai had made held it firmly but comfortably. "You did not have to help us," Kor said suddenly. Others refused. "Why did you stay?" Ta looked up from his work on another warrior. "Because you needed help. That's what doctors do. Even for those who frighten you." Kor pressed. Ta smiled. "You don't frighten me. I've worked in emergency rooms on Earth. I've seen many scary things." "Earth must be a dangerous place," Mech said with surprise. "Sometimes," Tai admitted, "but we learn to face our fears and help each other anyway." Kor's antennas twitched in what might have been respect. Perhaps humans and Korath are not so different after all. Dr. Xen floated back into the medical bay, keeping a safe distance from the Korath patients. "Dr. Kim, how are they doing?" "They're stable," Tay reported. "We've repaired the worst injuries. Now they need rest and time to heal." "Remarkable," Sen said, color shifting to bright blue. I must report this to the Galactic Council. As Sen left, Jinnah came to Ta's side. Look, she whispered. Outside the windows, aliens were no longer watching with disgust or fear. Now their faces showed wonder and curiosity. Some were taking notes. Others were talking excitedly. I think we're changing some minds today, Ta said. Little did he know how true that would prove to be. Dr. Tai Kim stood at the large window of the space station, looking at the stars. His new home was very different from Seoul. The Galactic Union Station 7 floated in space, far from Earth. It was huge and full of beings from many worlds. Tai took a deep breath. After 10 years as a top trauma surgeon on Earth, he now faced his biggest challenge. He was one of the first human doctors chosen to work with aliens. Dr. Kim, your orientation begins in 10 minutes, said a flat computer voice. Thank you, Ta said, though he knew the computer didn't care. He straightened his white coat with the blue Earth patch and the words Human Medical Corps on it. Humans had only joined the Galactic Union 2 years ago. They were still new, still strange to the other beings who had known each other for hundreds of years. Ta walked down the curved hallway. The station was built like a wheel, with different sections for different alien needs. Some areas had special air, others had different gravity. The medical bay was in the middle hub, where everyone could reach it. As he walked, a group of tall, blue-skinned aliens moved to the other side of the hall. They had 4 arms and silver eyes that blinked sideways. Ta had studied them. They were called Nodari. They looked at his medical coat and whispered to each other. Tai tried to smile, but the Nodari hurried away. This happened a lot. Many aliens feared human doctors. Don't take it personally, said a friendly voice. Ta turned to see Gina Park, a nurse who had arrived last week. Her round face was kind. Her short black hair neatly combed. They're still getting used to us. I know, Ta said, but it's hard to help patients who are afraid of you. They walked together to the orientation room. Inside, Dr. Xen, a jellyfish-like being who floated in a special suit, waited for them. Sen was the head doctor of the station, and one of the few aliens who welcomed humans. Welcome, Dr. Kim, Sen said through a translator box. We are glad to have your skills. The room had screens showing different alien bodies and medical tools. Ta tried to focus, but he noticed more whispers from the other medical staff. Is it true they cut bodies open? Asked a small green alien with big eyes. Yes, with metal tools, answered another. And they use chemicals that change body functions. Very primitive. Ta felt his face get hot. Earth medicine seemed crude to aliens who had healing beams and body scanners. But humans had learned to save lives with the tools they had. After the meeting, Ta and Gina walked to the human medical bay. It was empty of patients. No one has come in for 3 days, Gina said quietly. They go to their own species doctors, even if they have to wait longer. Ta looked at the clean beds and the surgical tools. Earth had sent their best equipment, but to the aliens, it looked like torture devices. We need to show them what we can do, Ta said. Human medicine has saved millions of lives. But how? Gina asked. They won't even come near us. Ta looked at his hands. These hands had performed hundreds of surgeries. They had fixed broken bodies and saved people who seemed beyond help. Someone will need us eventually, he said. And when they do, we'll be ready. That night, Ta couldn't sleep. His room felt small and strange. Earth was just a blue dot from here. He thought about his family back home, about the hospital in Seoul where everyone trusted him. Here, he was an alien. His methods were feared. His knowledge was doubted. But as he finally drifted off to sleep, emergency alarms began to sound throughout the station. A voice boomed over the speakers. All medical personnel report to emergency stations. Incoming critical patients. This is not a drill. Tai jumped up, his heart racing. This was it. This was their chance. Little did he know, The patients coming in would change everything for humans in the Galactic Union. Todd moved quickly to the side of Chief Warrior Kor. The massive alien tried to push him away with one of his good arms. "I said do not touch me, human," Kor growled. His voice sounded like rocks grinding together. "I'm Dr. Ta Kim," Ta said calmly. "This is Nurse Gina Park. We're here to help you." Kor's large eyes narrowed. "Human medicine is primitive. You cut bodies. You use poison." "Sometimes we do," Tay admitted. "But we save lives too." Kor tried to stand but fell back with a grunt of pain. Green blood flowed faster from his wounded arm. "First, I need to stop this bleeding," Ta said. He reached for a medical scanner, but when he passed it over Kor's body, it showed only strange patterns and error messages. "Our equipment can't read your biology," Ta said with surprise. "The Korath do not share our secrets," Kor said. "Not even with the Galactic Union. Too many wish to use our strength against us." Gina was checking on the other warriors. "Dr. Kim, they're all getting worse. The standard healing beams aren't working." Ta saw she was right. The blue healing light that worked on most aliens seemed to make the Korath wounds worse. Some warriors were now making clicking sounds of pain. "Turn those off," Tad ordered. The station workers watching through the windows looked shocked. Kor gave a weak laugh. "See, your fancy star medicine fails. We are different." Tay thought fast. If the galactic medicine didn't work, and his scanners couldn't read Korath bodies, he had only one choice. He would have to rely on the oldest human medical tools: his eyes, his hands, and his brain. "I need to examine you the human way," Ta told Kor. "It means I touch your wounds. It might hurt." Kor stared at him. "You asked permission. Interesting." After a moment he nodded. "Do what you must." Carefully, Ta examined the injured arm. The hard outer shell was cracked, and the tissue beneath was unlike anything he had seen before. It wasn't quite muscle or bone, but something in between. "Your arm is still attached, but barely," Ta said. "I think I can save it, but I'll need to." He paused. "To what?" Kor demanded. "To operate, to cut and fix and sew. The human way." The watching aliens gasped. Cutting open a body was seen as barbaric by most advanced species. They used beams and fields to heal inside the body without breaking the skin. But those methods weren't working on the Korath. "Will it work?" Kor asked. "I think so," Ta said honestly. "Your body is different, but some things are the same. Blood must flow. Tissue must connect. That's true for all living things." Kor was silent for a long moment. The other warriors watched, waiting for their leader's decision. Finally, Kor spoke. "My warriors, can you help them too?" Ta looked at the others. Some were badly hurt, but all could be saved with the right care. "Yes," he said. "Gina and I will help them all." Kor's antennas moved slowly. "Then do it. Show us this human medicine." Tay turned to Gina. "We need to set up for surgery. Get the basic tools. Nothing fancy, just what we would use on Earth." Gina nodded and ran to prepare. Ta began cleaning Kor's wounds with simple antiseptic. "This will sting," he warned. Kor didn't flinch. Pain is nothing new to a warrior. As Tai worked, he talked, explaining each step. "I'm cleaning the wound first, removing damaged tissue next. Then I'll reconnect what's broken." Kor watched with growing interest. "Your people perform this, cutting, while patients are awake?" "No," Ta smiled. "Usually we use anesthetic, but I don't know if our medicines are safe for Korath." "They are not," said a new voice. Ta turned to see another Korath limping into the medical bay. This one was smaller, with lighter-colored shell and symbols painted in red. "I am Mech, ship healer," the new Korath said. "I can tell you what will harm and what will help." Ta felt relief wash over him. A Korath healer would know their biology. "Thank you," he said. "Please, we need your help." For the first time, Kor's fierce face softened slightly. Perhaps humans are not as foolish as we thought. Outside the windows, the crowd of watching aliens had grown larger. They whispered among themselves as they watched the human doctor and the feared Korath warriors working together to save lives. 3 hours had passed since Ty and Gina began treating the Korath warriors. The first group was now resting, their wounds cleaned and bandaged. Kor sat on the edge of his bed, watching Todd work on the last injured warrior. Suddenly, the station alarms blared again. More injured arriving. A voice announced over the speakers. Rescue team found survivors in the damaged section of the Korath ship. The medical bay doors slid open. Station workers rushed in with more stretchers. These Korath were in much worse shape than the first group. Some had been trapped in the broken ship for hours. There are 15 more. A station guard said, looking worried. We put them in the overflow area. Ta looked at Gina. They were already tired from working on the first 12 warriors. Now there were 15 more, even more badly hurt. We need help, Ta said. We can't treat them all alone. Kor stood up, testing his injured arm in its cast. I will help where I can, he offered. Me too, said Mech. But we need more trained healers. Ta looked through the windows at the aliens who had been watching them. Maybe it's time to ask again. Jaina went to the doors and opened them. The watching crowd stepped back in surprise. We need help, she said simply. There are more injured Korath. We can't save them all without help. For a long moment, no one moved. Then a tall blue Nodari with 4 arms stepped forward. I am a surgeon, the Nodari said. I have never treated Korath before, but I can learn. I too will help, said a small green alien. I know much about blood chemistry. One by one, doctors from different species entered the medical bay. Each looked nervous, but they all came. Thank you, Ta said. We'll work together. Gina and I will show you what we've learned about Korath bodies. The medical team moved to the overflow area. The new patients were in critical condition. Some had been burned. Others had crushed limbs or deep cuts. This one won't survive standard treatment, Ta told the alien doctors. We must use human methods, combined with what Mech can tell us about Korath healing. The Nodari doctor watched carefully as Tai demonstrated how to clean and stitch a wound. It is not as crude as I thought, the alien admitted. Humans adapted, Tai explained as he worked. We didn't have healing beams or body scanners for most of our history. We learned to heal with what we had. The new medical team worked quickly. Gina showed them how to make bandages and casts. Mech explained which medicines were safe for Korath. Even Kor helped, speaking to the injured warriors in their own language to keep them calm. As they worked, a new alien entered the medical bay. This one wore an official uniform with many symbols. It was Director Min, the Galactic Council representative for the station. What is happening here? Director Min demanded, looking shocked at the scene of aliens and humans working on the Korath patients. We're saving lives, Ta said without stopping his work. That's what matters right now. Director Min watched with narrow eyes. The council is very concerned. If these Korath warriors die while in our care, it could start a conflict. They won't die, Ta said firmly. Not if we all work together. Just then, one of the most injured warriors stopped breathing. His body went still. The green alien doctor looked up in alarm. His heart chambers have stopped, the doctor called out. Everyone watched as Tay rushed to the warrior's side. The human doctor didn't hesitate. He began chest compressions, pushing hard on the Korath's armored chest. What are you doing? Director Min asked, looking horrified. You're pressing on his body. CPR, Gina explained. It's how humans restart hearts when technology isn't available. Ta continued the chest compressions. Sweat ran down his face as he pushed against the hard Korath shell. Then he reached for a medical tool. This might work as a defibrillator, he said. Mech, will an electrical shock harm him? No, Mech said. Our bodies use electrical signals like yours. Tai applied the device to the warrior's chest. The Korath body jerked. Everyone held their breath, waiting. Then the warrior gasped. His chest began to move again. He was alive. Director Min's eyes widened in surprise. Remarkable, the director whispered. The crisis was far from over, but something important had changed. Now humans and aliens were working side by side, learning from each other. And even Director Min could see that human medicine had value after all. Tai ran down the hallway with Gina close behind. The alarm lights flashed red. Station workers rushed in different directions. Everyone looked worried. What's happening? Tai asked a station guard. Transport ship crash, the guard said quickly. Bad one. Many hurt. When they reached the main medical center, Tai saw chaos. Doctors from many species moved around, getting beds ready. Dr. Xen floated in the middle, giving orders. Dr. Kim, Nurse Park. Good timing, Sen said through the translator. We have a serious problem. On the big screen, Tai saw a broken ship. It had hit an asteroid and was badly damaged. The ship's side was torn open. Whose ship is it? Gina asked. Dr. Xen's jellyfish body changed color from blue to a dark purple. It's a Korath transport. The room went quiet. Ta had read about the Korath. They were bug-like warriors, tall and strong with hard shells and sharp claws. They were known for fighting skills and quick anger. Many species feared them. The Korath. Here? Asked a green doctor, his voice shaking. They were on their way to peace talks, Sen explained. Now they need our help. Suddenly, many of the alien doctors began to back away. I cannot treat Korath, said one. My people and the Korath have bad history, said another. Their body chemistry is not in my database, a robot doctor beeped. Dr. Xen's color darkened more. This is a medical emergency. We must help. But one by one, the alien doctors made excuses and left. Soon, only Ta, Gina, and Dr. Xen remained. I don't understand, Ta said. Why won't they help? The Korath are feared and not liked, Sen said sadly, and their bodies are different from most species. Few know how to treat them. Just then, the doors opened. Station guards carried in the first patients on stretchers. Ta felt his breath catch. The Korath were bigger than he expected. They stood over 7 feet tall when healthy. Their bodies were covered in hard, dark green plates like armor. They had 4 arms with sharp points at the joints. Their heads had large eyes and moving parts that looked like antennas. And they were badly hurt. Green blood leaked from cracks in their shells. Some had broken limbs. Others were not moving at all. These are their warriors, Sen said, the best of their kind. The last stretcher carried the largest Korath. His shell was decorated with metal symbols, and even hurt, he looked fierce. One of his 4 arms was nearly torn off. This is Chief Warrior Kor, a guard said, their leader. Dr. Xen moved toward the first patient, but suddenly made a choking sound. The special suit Xen wore began to spark. I cannot. Something in their blood. My suit is failing. Sen gasped. 2 guards helped Xen away from the Korath patients. The jellyfish doctor's color was fading to a sickly white. I'm sorry, Sen said weakly. Something in Korath biology is affecting my systems. I cannot stay. Todd watched as the last alien doctor was taken away. Now only he and Gina remained with 12 badly hurt Korath warriors. What do we do? Gina whispered. We weren't trained for this species. Todd looked at the injured aliens. They watched him with pain and distrust in their strange eyes. The big one, Kor, was trying to sit up despite his wounds. Human, Kor said in a rough voice. Do not touch us if you fear us. Let us die with honor. Tay took a deep breath. He thought about all his years of training, about the oath he took to help all who needed him. We're not afraid, Ta said, stepping forward, and no one is dying today. He put on his gloves and turned to Gina. Let's show them what human doctors can do. Outside the medical bay, workers gathered to watch through the windows. No one believed the humans could save the scary Korath warriors. But Tai was already working, and he wasn't planning to fail. 1 week after the Korath ship crash, the main meeting hall of the space station was full. Representatives from many alien species sat in rows, waiting for the special session to begin. The Galactic Council had sent 5 high-ranking officials to hear about what had happened. Ta stood nervously with Gina near the front of the room. They wore clean medical uniforms with the Earth patch shining on their shoulders. "I didn't expect all this attention," Ta whispered. "Me neither," Gina said. "Look at how many species are here." The room held more types of aliens than they had seen since arriving at the station. Some floated in tanks, others perched on special seats. A few stayed near the doors because they needed different air to breathe. Director Min stepped onto the raised platform and raised 4 hands for silence. "This special session of the Galactic Council is now open," Director Min announced. "We are here to discuss the recent medical events involving humans and Korath." The main doors opened. Kor entered, leading 20 Korath warriors. They no longer looked scary to Ta. He saw them now as patients and friends. Kor walked straight to the platform. His arm was still in a cast, but he moved with the strength of a leader. The room went quiet as he began to speak. "I am Chief Warrior Kor of the Korath High Command," he said in his deep voice. "1 week ago, my ship was badly damaged. My warriors were dying. No one would help us." The council officials shifted uncomfortably. One began to speak, but Kor held up a hand. "No excuses are needed," he said. "We Korath know why others fear us. We have kept to ourselves. We have been warriors first and friends to none." He turned to where Tai and Gina stood. But when all others stepped back, the humans stepped forward. Kor continued. "They helped without fear. They used simple tools when advanced technology failed. They shared their own blood to heal our wounds." Murmurs ran through the crowd. Many had heard rumors but didn't believe humans had really saved the feared Korath warriors. "Today, I stand before the Galactic Council to formally acknowledge the skill and courage of Dr. Ta Kim and Nurse Gina Park," Kor declared, "and to announce that the Korath High Command requests human doctors for all our medical centers." The room erupted in surprised voices. The Korath had never requested help from any species before. One council official, a tall being with crystal skin, spoke up. "This is unexpected. The Korath have always refused outside medical help." "Things change," Kor said simply. "We have seen what humans can do." Director Min stepped forward again. "It is not just the Korath. We have received requests from 12 other species asking for human medical personnel on their ships and stations." Now it was Ta's turn to be surprised. He looked at Gina, who seemed equally shocked. The crystal official nodded slowly. "The council has reviewed the reports. We agree that human medicine has unique value, especially when combined with our technology." Another official, this one small and blue, added, "We propose creating a galactic medical exchange program. Humans will teach their methods, and we will share our advanced techniques." Ta was called to speak. He felt nervous with so many eyes watching him, but he remembered what mattered most. "We became doctors to help people," he said simply. "On Earth, we learned that all patients deserve care, no matter who they are. We would be honored to share what we know and learn from others." After the meeting, Kor approached Ta and Gina. The warrior chief seemed different now, less fierce and more thoughtful. "There is something else," Kor said quietly. "The Korath High Command has made another decision. We wish to invite human doctors to our sacred healing grounds." Mek, who stood nearby, gasped. "Chief Kor, no outsider has ever been allowed there." "As I said, things change," Kor replied. He looked at Ta. "You saved my warriors when no one else would try. You earned this honor." Later, as Tai and Gina walked back to their quarters, they passed aliens who now nodded respectfully instead of moving away. "Did you ever imagine this would happen when we first arrived?" Gina asked. Ta shook his head. Never. I just wanted to be a good doctor. You became more than that, Jinnah said. You became a bridge between worlds. And as they looked out at the stars, both knew that human medicine had found its place in the galaxy.